is a workshop here. I'm getting rid of this. No need to pay upkeep on the workshop because I moved all of my manufacturing and stuff to the second base in Hong Kong. So these are all my lovely workshops. This base is almost entirely undefended and I hope the aliens never discover it because it will suck. As for putting all my eggs in one basket, the problem would be there's enough room to build labs and workshops in one base, but then I would run out of room for living quarters. And my plan is to have this. I can use these open spaces for facilities, but this must stay the way it is. This must stay blocked. Why? Because when your bases get attacked, the only entry points to the base are the access lift and the hangars. So I want all the aliens will be coming from this one direction, and this is the choke-off point. I'm going to be camping them from this hallway and probably from this hallway. Well, actually just here. I'll just turn this and this into a death zone and destroy everything over here. It's a lot easier that way. If I had a building, if I had a facility here, they would have another options and they could flank me, and that would be bad. Soldiers, I got these 6, and I think the craft is not yet ready. It's refueling, so let's check something. Transfers, incoming missiles, grenades, yada yada yada. Let's let time speed up time. And stuff has arrived, so I may equip the Sky Ranger. Soldiers is fine. Also, if you're playing Open XCOM, you can choose, you can sort out the order of your soldiers in the Sky Ranger, so that you can pick and choose who gets to step out into the their doom first. Let's see, we got 6 soldiers, so that's 12 nades minimum, plus 2 of them are kind of special. That's 20 grenades if I'm not mistaken. 6 smoke, 6 medkits, 6 stun rods, 6 electro flares, and well, let's swap out the laser rifles with plasmas because I'm feeling like I feel the need for revenge. Okay, so that's sorted out. We're ready to fight. I've seen chat, so let me respond to chat. Normally I get chat in game, but when is the hello for nice to see you. When is the best time to start a second base? I don't think there is a best time. It depends what you want to use the second base for. Pretty much depends on your income. Let's see. What? No. Wrong game. Right. So this was the first base. It all depends on where you build your first base. Funding. USA always pays the most money. They give you the most. This is the most of your income. So it's not unusual to build your first base in the States. By the way, I can see chat, I can see it as gibberish, I can't exactly see what you're saying, so I have to alt-tab out of the game to respond, and if I do, the game sometimes likes to hang. So I'll respond in a second. If you protect the USA, which makes sense, it's kind of putting all your eggs in one basket, because if the aliens manage to infiltrate USA and convince it to step out of the XCOM, you lose all the funding from the United States, and your base is here and protecting a country that has turned against you. So you're kind of at a big disadvantage. The USA very rarely gets infiltrated, but it's possible. Europe, on the other hand, has a bunch of smaller countries. They don't pay quite as much, as you can see, the UK, France and Germany, but put them all together and they bring you almost as much money as the USA. Plus Russia is nearby, and Egypt, and Well, I don't think South Africa pays all that much, but they kind of do. But all these countries, can I build a new base? Yes. If I go to this menu, you can see the ranges. The innermost circle is the short-range radar. The other circle is the long-range radar, and the outermost circle is the ultimate radar, the hyperwave decoder, which also has a 100% detection rate. So you can see if I place the base here, I can see how much coverage I get. And the coverage isn't all about radar. This is just where you detect a UFO. It's very possible that you actually, I don't know, I detect a UFO over Germany and it flies over to Russia and I shoot it down over there, and that pleases Russians a lot. So having a base in Europe is good because you can cover a lot of countries and keep the income flowing. Also, over here you got China, India, Japan, and also another chunk of Russia, and even the Australians aren't far away, so this is also a good location for a base. But these three locations should be your base. In the States, I don't know, you can place it wherever you want. Go for USA and Canada probably. I kind of want a piece of Brazil, even though Brazil isn't all that good. Yeah, that's not a lot of income, but still not bad. So when exactly do you want to build a new base? Let's see. Just building one. Let's see if I click. Then it shows me the cost of the new base. Depending on the continent, costs are slightly different. Let's see. Yeah, usually it's about 800,000 bucks or $1 million. Your first base is free, so another good reason to choose Europe is because you don't have to pay $1 million for the base. And basic facilities, they take a while to get constructed. Hangars take 25 days to build, and most of these stores, I think you can build them in 10 days. That's not a big deal. Living quarters also. Oh, by the way, the buildings, they have to connect to each other, so you can place them wherever you want, and they don't get built. Like if I added another hangar over here, first the game would have to construct this hangar, then they would construct the other one. So building the second base takes time. You kind of want to get on with it before you actually need it, but it also depends on what you want to use the base for. There's really several purposes for a base. For me, I wanted to split my research and keep the research on the main base and send manufacturing somewhere else. Also, if I lose one of the bases, I don't lose everything. But normally, like I've done with the US base, this base consists basically of stores, living quarters for the few guards that are stationed here. They're all rookies, but well, I don't even have veterans. Most of my veterans are dead. And there's a radar and a hangar. Haven't even bought a defense craft yet. I would like to buy an interceptor, but it costs 600,000. Don't have the money for it, and I also don't have the weapons to put on it. So it's too early. But it does act like a radar base. So that's also a good thing to use the base for. You can, I don't know, stick a base on the South Pole or the tip of Africa and build a radar there, so if you detect a UFO you can chase it from another base. I think that's beating the shit out of the question of where to build a second base. Yeah, the main base is in Greece. Purely coincidental though. Let's see. Build new base. Well, yeah, as you can see, I get great coverage here. I can cover Russia, Egypt, even Nigeria from one base, so the location is really sweet. Like building a base in the UK, you're pretty much covering the Atlantic, which is, you know, not so clever. And okay, so after all that, I've got my Skyranger number 4 good to go. And let's kick some ass. Last mission was the drizzling shits, because I was not really paying attention. So I've detected a UFO here. Small one, flying high, speed doesn't really matter, heading kind of does. So I can intercept it, which I have 2 interceptors, one in Greece, one in Hong Kong. I'm going to launch from Hong Kong and try to meet this guy. And that's not southwest. Where's that guy going? I don't know. And this is a medium scout. Just go punch him in the face a few times. It's soft, and I've also researched. I don't think I've mentioned it, but this is another game breaker. Not game breaker, but hail to the plasma beam. What a weapon, man. Once you research this, and if you have the Alarium to build it, you can start shooting down pretty much everything. There's only one UFO that can resist this. So that shoots them down, and we are ready to launch. Unfortunately, we're going to get there slightly too late. It's going to get dark before we get there.